Welcome back to Survival English, a podcast where we teach you the English you actually need in real life. I'm Jax.
And I'm Zora, and today we are going to the bank.
Now, this one matters more than most episodes because the bank is one of those places where getting your English wrong doesn't just feel embarrassing, it can actually cost you money.
That's right. If you can't clearly explain a problem with your account, ask the right questions about fees, or dispute a charge professionally, you could walk away without getting what you came for.
Today, we fix all of that. We have four scenes: opening a bank account, asking about fees and services, disputing a charge, and transferring money, and grammar inserts at every step.
Today's main grammar focus is one of the most important phrase pairs in formal English. I was told versus someone told me. These two phrases look almost identical, but in a bank or any professional setting, they carry completely different weight. One gets results, the other gets ignored.
We also tackled deposit versus withdraw, fee versus fine versus charge, and receipt versus statement. Four more banking word pairs that English learners mix up every single visit.
By the end of this episode, you will walk into any bank in Australia and handle every situation with complete confidence.
Let's go.
Scene 1. You've just arrived in Australia, or you're opening a new account. Let's walk in.
Good morning. Welcome to Commonwealth Bank. How can I help you today?
Good morning. I'd like to open a bank account, please.
Of course. Are you looking for an everyday transaction account or a savings account?
I'd like both if possible, an everyday account for daily spending and a savings account for putting money aside.
Absolutely. We can set both up today. Do you have your ID and proof of address?
Yes, I have my passport and a recent utility bill. Will those work?
Perfect. Those are exactly what we need. Are you currently employed or a student?
I'm employed full-time.
Great. Just fill in this form and we'll have both accounts ready in about 15 minutes.
Thank you. Quick question, is there a monthly fee for the everyday account?
The everyday account has no monthly fee as long as you deposit at least $2,000 per month. Otherwise, there's a $5 monthly fee.
That's fine. I get paid monthly, so that won't be an issue.
Great. Let's unpack that conversation. First, I'd like both if possible. We've said this before and we'll keep saying it. I'd like is your most reliable opener in any professional setting. Bank, clinic, hotel, restaurant, always use it.
Second, will those work? Meaning, will those documents be acceptable? This is a very natural, conversational way to confirm whether something meets requirements. Much more fluent than, is this okay?
Third, that won't be an issue. This is a fantastic, confident phrase for responding to conditions or requirements. The bank sets a condition, you need to deposit $2,000 per month, and instead of just saying okay, you respond with that won't be an issue. Calm, professional, natural.
And notice deposit. The staff said as long as you deposit at least $2,000 per month. Let's quickly fix one of the most commonly swapped words at any bank, deposit versus withdraw.
Deposit, put money into your account, money going in. Withdraw, take money out of your account, money going out.
The mistake happens because learners say things like, I need to withdraw money into my account, which makes no sense, or I need to deposit out. Let's fix those right now. I'd like to deposit $500 into my savings account.
I'd like to withdraw $200 from my everyday account. Memory trick. Deposit and deliver both start with D. You are delivering money to the bank. Withdraw, you are walking away with your money.
Key phrases from Scene 1. I'd like to open a bank account, please. I'd like both, if possible. I have my passport and a utility bill. Will those work? Is there a monthly fee for this account? That won't be an issue. I'd like to deposit amount into my account. I'd like to withdraw amount from my account.
Scene 2. You're at the bank and you want to understand what you're paying for. This is where a lot of people just nod along because they don't have the right vocabulary.
Excuse me, I have a couple of questions about my account if that's okay.
Of course, happy to help.
I noticed a charge on my account. Is that a standard fee or a fine?
That's a transaction fee. It's our standard charge for international transfers, $22 per transaction.
I see. And if I go over my daily transfer limit, is there a fine for that?
There's no fine as such, but there is an over-limit fee of $15 if you exceed the daily threshold without prior approval.
And would you be able to tell me the difference between getting a receipt and requesting my monthly statement?
Of course, a receipt is for a single transaction you just completed. A statement is a full summary of all transactions in your account over a period, usually 1 month.
That's very clear. Thank you.
Let's cover the vocabulary from that scene. 3 word pairs, all commonly confused.
First, fee versus fine versus charge. Fee, a regular expected cost for a service. The bank sets it up front, not a punishment. There's a monthly fee of $5. There's a transfer fee of $22.
Fine, a penalty for breaking a rule. You did something wrong, exceeded a limit, missed a repayment, and now you pay as a consequence. There's a fine for exceeding your overdraft limit. Is there a fine for late loan repayment?
Charge, the broadest of the three. Any amount that appears on your account for any reason. There's a charge on my statement I don't recognize. Could you explain this charge from the 14th?
Second, receipt versus statement. Receipt, proof of one specific transaction. You just transferred money or made a deposit and want a record of that one moment. Could I get a receipt for this transfer?
Statement, a summary of all transactions over a period. Every deposit, withdrawal, fee, and charge in one document. Could I get a copy of my monthly statement?
The common mistake. No, can I get a receipt for all my transactions this month? Can I get my monthly statement? Yes. No, can I get a statement for this withdrawal? Could I get a receipt for this withdrawal?
Key phrases from Scene 2. Is that a standard fee or a fine? What is this charge on my account? Is there a fee for international transfers? Is there a fine for exceeding the limit? Could I get a receipt for this transaction? Could I get a copy of my monthly statement?
Scene 3. This is the most important scene in the entire episode. You check your bank statement and you see a charge you don't recognize or a charge you were told would not apply to you. What do you say? And this is where today's main grammar insert lives. I was told versus someone told me. Let's do the dialogue first and pay close attention to how Zora phrases her dispute.
Good morning. I'd like to raise a concern about a charge on my account, please.
Of course, let me pull up your account. Could I take your name and account details?
Sure, it's Zora Reyes, account ending in 8832.
Thank you. What seems to be the issue?
There's a $15 fee on my statement dated the 14th of March. I was told when I opened this account that there would be no monthly fee as long as I deposited at least $2,000 per month. I met that condition last month, so I'm not sure why this charge has been applied.
Let me take a look. I can see what happened. The fee was applied before your deposit cleared. It was a processing delay on our end. I'll have that reversed for you right now.
Thank you. I was also told that international transfers under $500 would have no fee for the first 3 months. I've been charged $22 on 2 separate transfers, both under $500 within my first month.
Let me check your account notes. You're absolutely right. That promotional offer is recorded on your account. I'll reverse both charges now and make a note so it doesn't happen again.
I appreciate that very much. And could you confirm in writing that the fee waiver applies for the remainder of my first 3 months?
Of course, I'll send that confirmation to your registered email address today.
Thank you for resolving this so quickly.
Now, grammar insert time. Let's go back to the key phrase Zora used twice in that dispute. I was told.
I was told when I opened this account that there would be no monthly fee. I was also told that international transfers under $500 would have no fee.
Now compare that to how most English learners phrase the exact same thing. Someone told me there's no monthly fee, or I heard there is no fee for transfers.
Both mean the same thing, but in a formal dispute, someone told me is weak. It sounds vague, casual, and easy to dismiss. The bank staff can immediately respond, "Who told you? Are you sure you understood correctly?"
I was told. This is passive voice, and in a professional dispute, passive voice is far more powerful. It focuses on the information itself, not on who delivered it. It implies this was official information, part of your agreement, not just casual advice from a friend.
Let's compare them side by side right now. Someone told me there's no fee. Vague, informal, no authority. Easy to question and dismiss. I was told when I opened this account that there would be no monthly fee. Formal, official sounding, specific, harder to dismiss, gets immediate attention.
Here is why I was told works so powerfully in a dispute. The passive voice removes the need to name the person, which means it implies the information came from the institution itself. It shifts responsibility back to the bank without being aggressive or confrontational.
And if you want to make it even stronger, add the "at the time of." I was told at the time of opening my account that there would be no fees. I was told at the time of application that this promotion would apply.
This positions you as someone who is informed, organized, and serious. Bank staff respond to it completely differently than "someone told me."
Here are more examples of "I was told" in bank disputes. I was told this transfer would be free of charge. I was told the account would be upgraded automatically. I was told my card would arrive within 5 business days. I was told I qualified for the lower interest rate. I was told at the time of signing that the fee was waived for 12 months.
And the upgraded versions of common weak phrases. X, someone told me there's no fee. Check, I was told there would be no fee. X, I heard transfers are free. Check, I was told transfers under $500 are fee-free for the first 3 months. X, I thought it was free. Check, I was informed at the time of opening that this service was complimentary. X, my friend said this bank doesn't charge. Check, I was advised that this account carries no monthly fee.
Key phrases from Scene 3. I'd like to raise a concern about a charge on my account. There's a amount, charge on my statement dated date. I was told when I opened this account that. I was told at the time of application that. I met that condition, so I'm not sure why this charge has been applied. Could you confirm that in writing? Thank you for resolving this so quickly.
Scene 4. You need to transfer money, domestically or internationally. Short scene, practical phrases, and one important Australian-specific term.
Hi there. I'd like to make an international transfer, please.
Of course. Where are you sending to?
The Philippines. 500 Australian dollars.
I'll need the recipient's full name, account number, and SWIFT code.
I have all of that here. The SWIFT code is BNORPHMM.
Perfect. Would you like the recipient to receive Australian dollars or Philippine pesos?
Philippine pesos, please. What's today's exchange rate?
The current rate is approximately 36 pesos to 1 Australian dollar with our conversion margin applied. And how long will it take to arrive? 2 to 3 business days. You'll receive an email confirmation once it's processed.
Could I get a receipt for this transaction?
Absolutely. Here you go. Is there anything else?
Actually, I was told when I signed up for online banking that I could increase my daily transfer limit through the app. Is that still the case?
Yes, absolutely. You can request a limit increase directly through the app or come in to see us.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Did you catch it? Zora used "I was told" again in a simple transfer scene. And notice how naturally it worked. It wasn't confrontational, it wasn't aggressive, it was just confident, professional English that got an immediate, helpful response.
I was told when I signed up for online banking that I could increase my daily transfer limit. One sentence, immediately confirmed. No pushback, no confusion.
Key Australian banking terms from Scene 4. BSB, Bank State Branch, a 6-digit number for all domestic transfers in Australia. SWIFT code, used for all international transfers. Every bank in the world has one. Conversion margin, the percentage the bank adds on top of the base exchange rate. Always ask about this before sending large amounts.
Key phrases from Scene 4. I'd like to make an international transfer, please. The SWIFT code is code. What's today's exchange rate? What is your conversion margin? How long will it arrive? Could I get a receipt for this transaction? I was told I could. Action. Is that still the case?
All right, let's bring today's bank episode home. 4 scenes, 4 vocabulary fixes, and 1 major phrase upgrade. Scene 1. Opening an account. Deposit means money in. Withdraw means money out. Use "that won't be an issue" when you're confident you meet a condition. And always open with "I'd like." Polite, professional, natural.
Scene 2. Fees and services. Fee is a regular service cost. Fine is a penalty for breaking a rule. Charge is any amount on your account. A receipt is for one transaction. A statement covers all transactions over a period. 4 words, 4 different situations.
Scene 3, the most important scene. When disputing a charge, never say "someone told me." Always say "I was told." Passive voice, formal, official. It shifts responsibility back to the bank without confrontation, and it gets results every single time.
Scene 4. Transferring money. Know your BSB for domestic. Know the SWIFT code for international. Always ask about the conversion margin. And use "I was told" even in routine conversations. It works in every banking situation, not just disputes.
If you take one phrase from today, make it this: I was told at the time of opening my account that this fee would not apply. That one sentence will resolve more banking issues than any other phrase in this entire episode.
That's survival English. Practical, real, and always useful. Subscribe so you never miss our next episode.
Next time, we are heading to the airport. Check-in, delays, lost luggage, and the phrase most travelers get completely wrong when something goes wrong at the gate. Plus, the difference between delayed and canceled, and why mixing those two up at an airport can send you in the completely wrong direction.
Until then, keep practicing, keep going, and remember, every conversation is survival English in action.
See you in the next one.
Bye!